Yellow. How you doing, Saboteur? Good afternoon. I'm gonna try a different placement for my mic. You let me know if you can hear me all right. What's going on, man? What's going on, world? Happy Happy Wednesday. Is that a thing? We can make it a thing. I'm just trying to tighten up. All right. So let me see. Yeah, because I've been trying to get my levels, but I think it just could be the lab mic. No, I got it. I got it tucked into my shirt, so plus apparently I am a low talker. But this should be better. I'm just trying to tighten up these lines on guts here. Um, yeah, I showed a progress picture, and Rob Norton asked if he can ink it for me to send him a tightened a high res scan of the drawings. I'm like, hell yeah, I'll absolutely do that. But I'm going to, but because I wasn't thinking about giving it to anybody else to ink it, now I'm trying to tighten all the lines up as much as possible so that he not too much guessing. But I don't want it so much so that he can't put his own spin on it. Um, so I'm like, I don't know what to do with this the sword. Yeah, I'm excited to see his new stuff. It sounds so good, so absurd. It's great. He was actually was you on there yesterday on his stream? He was actually doing some pages for it. And Chuck Gibson was on the chat. People was he was holding court, man. So I got to had to read. You can't hear from the chat, but got to check out some stories and some tips from a professional, and that's freaking cool. I've been um I've been looking at a lot of videos on texture, especially from David Finch. I know I've been saying his name a lot, but it's just because the way he renders is so good. Even though I don't want to render like him, but watching his videos and listening to his thinking process is super helpful. And just you know, Seb, you mentioned that, right? I um I have to search for it. Like there'll be days you go, I think he's on. Like I have a feeling that just from habit and watching in the past, you go, I think he's on today, and it won't come up. The same thing, Omer mentioned that yesterday. He asked the question if I've been noticing anything weird. His stuff doesn't come up as much either. I don't get notifications for him either. But I thought I overheard that there was like a purge of subscribers on YouTube. So I'm curious if they kind of like messed up some of my subs. So I'm gonna have to start going through some. Yeah. So and because of, honestly, I Omer's a workhorse, man. If you know he's on every day, so if you don't get a notification, something funky's going on. That's too straight. I should be drawing Misty, so I'm gonna stop right there. So I'm just gonna scooch this over. This was the Black Panther I was drawing yesterday. Inked it off screen, messing around with my Pentel brushes, and it's bent like this because I already used fixative and gesso. And just so you can get an idea, this is what this is the Strathmore Bristol board, the vellum flavor. It has no very light tooth. That's what it sounds with gesso. So I'm gonna thank you, man. Um, that calligraphy ink really worked. I used the brushes. I didn't do. There's a Windex trick, I guess. I didn't do. I didn't thin it down or anything, but I might. But even with the gesso on top, some of those lines came out really sharp and nice. I might go over it anyway when I paint because it will get matte when I start painting over. But I think the color scheme is going to be a lot more subdued. But yeah, like I said, I'm stockpiling these drawings because I got the itch for it to draw as much as I haven't drawn this much in a long time. Consistency like this to just draw, and I'm digging it. Tell you what, I don't dig is this mat. This table has a seam in the center, and I've noticed when I'll be drawing, I'll go over that seam. It's kind of annoying. So I've been looking at some board, not board, some a desk mat that's big enough. So one of the things I noticed, brother, is that when I don't do those little borders, because I've been using the Strathmore comic page, and I've been using your template, your comic page template. When I don't use it or keep myself in check, I'll end up my composition on the pages gets a little funky. So I'm getting used to those borders on the drawing with the borders on the page. All right. Let me share with you my references for today's drawing. Are you familiar with Misty Knight? I think most people will probably remember her from the Daredevil Netflix series. Well, that'd be dope. If you don't mind, I'll take that. Sharpen my pencil. Now, hold on. I'm going to mute myself. We're getting a package, and my dog's going to go bananas. Give me a second. You stole the template. That's funny. Ike, how you doing, Ike? Haven't seen you in a while, man. I am doing well. And Seb, you said you stole your template from Ed to Damn. To Damn. I'm excited for this. You guys heard of these ink and wash? Ink and wash pencils? Yeah, brother. If you don't mind, Sebo, send them over. Busy but okay, Ike. Okay, busy's good. Let me move my headphones. I forget that I don't need them. But yeah, man, I sketch and wash. I saw Freddie Williams III draw. What I can't remember what he drew. The Flash, maybe? I can't remember. Anyway, they're water soluble graphic pencils. So you can do a little bit of shading and then go over them with some water. And you can do some nice washes. I've seen him do some pretty cool stuff, so I'm going to see if I can copy some of that. That'll be cool. All right, so I'm going to show you guys the. I'm going to show you the. Yes, like they are water soluble. So not quite watercolor pencils. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna have to try it out. I'm definitely gonna try it out. Oh yeah, let me show you the references that I'm working on. So this is Misty Knight. I can't. I wish I knew the artist so I can give them proper credit. Um, you know how Pinterest is sometimes, and the people that put up these pins, they don't give that credit. But I'm using this. This is one, not the most recent um, character model, but I like this one. This is kind of like in between. She was created during like the 70s black exploitation era. So nice afro. She was a detective, so she had. Let me see. Do I have some other stuff in here? Let me see if I'll be able to. Yeah, cybernetic arm, detective. She's cool. So I figure I'll try it out. And I am using. So that's going to be my costume reference. This is going to be the pose reference. I think I'm going to keep the upper body mostly. Yeah, but I like the pose. I like the imposing look of it. I like the kind of like the bird's eye view with the perspective being low. It's a menacing look. I'm thinking of cover. If it was a cover for a Misty Knight comic, I think that'd be really cool. Uh, so that's the pose. That's the person. I'm gonna try to channel the lovely. Oh my lord, Pam Grier. I've been looking at her all day. I'm gonna pretend to forget her name. The lovely Pam Grier is gonna be my face reference. Uh, hopefully, I can give her justice. And then she'll be holding some type of futuristic gun. So those are just the references I'm going through. Seb, I'm going to do a mixture. I could try to find some. I've been always wanting to do that style of artwork. But we'll see. But for right now, I think it's just going to be more comic style and see how that goes. All right, so those are my references. Boop. Oh yeah, I have a collection of her movies that I've been wanting to go through. All right. So I think I'm definitely gonna make it bigger. Maybe we can make it in that style. I almost want to turn the page, but let's get to it. You guys don't want to see me figure it out. Y'all want to see some drawing. So let's get drawing. All right, I gotta leave enough space for the fro. So I think because my camera. You guys probably won't be able to see much of this because it's gonna be pretty light. I want to try to get as much as her head in there. So let me see the jawline.
I don't have time to go around and film B-roll all day, make my own music, and take photos of food. I just use Storyboard.
I think in the comics now they kind of made her into almost a shield agent. I don't know too much of what they're going for in terms of her character, but I'm gonna keep it loose so I can be exaggerating. Hopefully, you guys will be able to begin to see the guidelines as we go along. I think I messed it up already. That angle's so difficult. I might have put her too far to the right. Hope you guys are doing okay today. It's hump day. I may have gone too big, but that's okay. Oh, you had to work all night? Yeah, I hear you, man. That's the top. Then I could do that arm. Yeah, I think if I was to do it in the style of the era where she was created, it would probably be a bit more dynamic. I've always wanted to do those velvet style posters from the 70s. Y'all know what I'm talking about. The beautiful models with giant afros. You'll probably have a leopard next to them. That would be cool to do. All right, I think I could go like that because that arm is metallic. Then she has the strap for the gun. Rick Bulow, how are you, sir? Good to see me putting in the work. I am trying. Oh, that's an arm. This will help me work on my texture, my metal texture. Saboteur, when you do the spin-off series set in the future for Tommy, you're a detective. You can have a cybernetic arm. You're gonna have to move the way this head is shaped because the model's face, her nose is pointing upward. No spin-offs. uh, Rick, so the I've seen them in the past. Um, it was one of those things where, as I was learning and just as you go through YouTube to get for resources and stuff like that, it would come up. But I didn't put the couldn't put the puzzle together until recently. Because that channel is such a tremendous resource. The channel, the podcast is. All right, I know why. It's because this lady is not Pam Grier. So no spin-off saboteur of like Tommy's brain being saved and transplanted into a cyborg that goes through homicidal tendencies and begins to start wearing the skin of his victims. Just wondering. Rick, I have not checked out the website. I'm going to have to now. Forever. He said, spoiler alert. Quit it. The even though I'm trying to, I would like to try to have this look more like Pam Grier. I still need the reference of the original model, at least some placements of the anatomy of the face, and then I can kind of like uh, use those landmarks and then make it look more like the character I'm trying to aim for, or the person. That being the beautiful Pam Grier. That hand's gonna have to be bigger if it's in our face. I'm sorry, you guys can't see that on the horizontal. Give me a second. I'm gonna adjust the camera so you guys can see it. You should be able to see my whole table now. And I might end up shrinking this arm here because it is going up. In Arena, yeah, some of the bits in Arena, that's kind of like, that's the, I'm not going to say medieval, but let's just call it medieval. Yeah, I saw a meme or a GIF of that movie, and then I just started trying to find them all. Yeah, Gladiators. There you go. Seth, there's a gentleman on my horizontal feed by the name of Rick Bulow, who used to host a art podcast on howtodrawcomics.net, but on YouTube. If you want to earwig him for some questions, man. Is that right? They're on Tubi? Yeah. I'm not going to have space for the other hand, so I'll leave it out. But yeah, dude, Foxy Brown and coffee. I forget which one it was that in the first few minutes of the movie she just yokes up the guy with the shotgun. Blackula. You know, Blackula is a legit horror movie. Growing up, and I by the time I started seeing it or I saw it, I was too young to appreciate it. One, and obviously it wasn't made for me, but I always thought it was just silly or goofy or whatever it was, and until when I was older and saw it. All right, I'm gonna have to find a way to soften this up for Pam here. I definitely did not get the angle of the face to match the model. That is a very aggressive looking face. I've been drawing angry buff dudes, and I need to soften up my lines a bit to capture what I'm aiming for. Because let me see under the chin here. Mouth is here. And I don't know if I'm going to be able to do so. That's interesting. So that it gives you that shot at first.
I spent 25 years in the SEAL teams.
Let me see if I can change this music for you. Yes, like Rick's been curious about my mental health. Hey, Philip. All right, I'm going to use. Well, that sounded like Robert Miles. I'm not trying to get a. We'll calm it down with some jazz because I'm a jazz dude. Yeah, in the mobile view, I think most of them will. They don't chat so often there. Philip Michael, how are you? I might have to abandon the fact that I want it to look like Pam Grier. Let's just see if we can just keep the Pam's attitude instead. You gotta pick your battles, right? No, so I'm just trying to coerce YouTube to get my hours up. All right, let me see if I can switch over to Pam's face. Phil, you was here yesterday for was it for Black Panther? I if I knew how to do that, Rick, it would be super helpful. But I think what's going on is that I have a lot of stuff on my desk, and also YouTube is finding is doing all that artifacting. If I can change it, absolutely. Let me see if I could, because that would be awesome. I probably won't be able to do it while I'm live, but it'll be absolutely something that I will be looking into. All right. But yeah, I'll definitely check that out. I'll see if it's something that I can adjust and fix because it is annoying. I don't see it too often on my playback because I'm using OBS. Yeah, and also this camera's pretty old, but I'll move more deliberately. Again, this is the live stream reminder that my cat is not in danger. She is just deaf, and she has no volume control. She is safe. She is loved. She's being taken care of. I kind of like how soft that nose came out. Everything here is creaky, brother. I have my wife works from home, and her office is a little further down the hall than where I am. So we put a privacy door. We made I built a privacy door using just some 2x4s and plywood, designed like a barn door. So it's a little greasing. It just needs a little greasing. I was looking at yesterday at you guys remember Chi, SHI? She was it was like Japanese. She was an assassin. She looked cool, Japanese assassin. I think it was done by Bill Tucci. I had an art book, a digital art book there, and he had a bunch of other artists put their spin, and with a list of Silvestri and Jim Lee and all these other artists, that Jason Pearson did one that just stood out so much. No gravy. You remember Chi? I haven't heard that. Yeah. Well, here's your reminder. If that's the case, then here's your reminder to get screened for prostate and colon cancer. Oh, man. Could it be? I'm gonna start moving stuff away from my desk. Anytime, man. Anytime. Men's health is important. care about y'all, man. I think I made her too thick. Well, the model that I was using is extremely muscular, so I probably should have thinned it down a bit. But yeah, Philip, this was I did this off stream after of Black Panther. You probably saw me drawing it. What? I was gonna ink it using black acrylic, but I wanted to try out these inks. This is a mix of Bombay, whatever I had left in here, of Bombay black and some Japanese ink. And then I treated it with a fixative so it won't smudge anymore. And then I put gesso over it because I'm going to paint it in gouache. Gouache. I think that every artist that uses that medium should say it the way Goofy speaks. Gouache. Just to see how, if they're really serious about being artists, you got to say it like that. Gouache. And I don't know if you do. And then on Omer Glitch's live stream yesterday, I was doing guts. Oh, thanks, man. From Berserk. And it has to be, right? Rick Bueller, that would be absolutely. Absolutely. I'll be down 100% for something like that. Let me see. Lately I've been drawing this stuff with the intention of just for me to ink. But for this one, what was really cool is that I showed a work in progress of it, and another artist by the name of Robert Norton said he wanted to ink it. So absolutely. If you see me drawing anything that catches your eye, you want to try it out. I've been, thanks to my bud there, Saboteur, I've been scanning in and preserving my pencils. You just let me know, and I'll send you a high res of anything you'd like to try. That'd be really cool. Your painterly stuff is amazing. You're a huge Berserk fan, yeah. I've seen some of the animation. I didn't see the series. I seen the movies where they came out, which pretty much were pretty loyal to the series. But he's such a cool character. Maybe I'll do some of the other ones. Maybe I'll do Griffith or something. But yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great. She has a sharper. So yeah, that was the last drawing I did. So you can imagine how difficult it is to try to do soft edges. I'm doing very crude measurements here. Rick, you said you were transitioning from digital artwork to oils. Is that right? Did I get that order right, or are you going back to digitals? Okay. Masters of the Universe one. Fisto's your favorite? Is there a coincidence that there's a I think it's a Danish actor that's playing Fisto for that movie? No coincidence at all, I'm sure. I did everything comes full circle. Let me see if I have this piece in here. Uh, gotcha. Okay. I understand. Gotcha. You're transitioning from the art, not the art style, the not medium, from realism art to. I think that's pretty cool. These are references, but that's not what I want. I actually want to show. Let me get rid of these. Ah, I didn't mean. uh, so no, hold on a second. I'm trying to show this piece. He's Icelandic, yeah. So, Rick, this was a bit of fan art I did for that artist that I was mentioning, Rob Norton. He did a fan fiction piece of the continuation of Masters of the Universe, and in his book, Fisto is becomes one of the main characters. Wait, what did I do? Ah, well, let me see if I can do that. Do. Let me see. There you go, man. Just made you a moderator, Rick, so you can add your link if you like. Keep it safe at work. No, I'm just kidding. I trust you. I trust you. Let me shrink this. I'll move this over here. So that image of Fisto I painted in with gouache. Hey, LeMay8337, how you doing? LeMay, if you end up chatting and nobody responds, we're not trying to be rude, so I apologize. You can check out the vertical stream of this exact video. A horizontal, I mean, I have a horizontal stream and a vertical stream going on simultaneously, so you can check it out. Not at all, man. You gotta transit. You gotta come out to the hearts. All the cool kids, as Salvatore says. All the cool kids over here. Rick, also, Rick, you said you was doing some commission work for some comic covers. Do you have any for I guess I'm assuming they're going to be soon to be published covers. Do you have any that have been out that we can look at? Or just your own stuff that you have that you want us to take a peek at? Do that. I might have to move that eye over. Yeah. Ah, that's awesome. I can't wait. It'll be cool to see. And the NDAs can be annoying. But in the response to your previous question about collaborating, yeah, I'll see what I could come up with. I wouldn't mind doing another piece for Masters of the Universe. Here, let me show you. Give me a second as I walk away from my table here. I have a tendency to always put the stuff that I need the furthest away from me as humanly possible. All right, Give me a second. I think it's in here somewhere. Let me get Fisto out of the way. My failed attempt at drawing Shira. She looks funny. Where is it? Dude, sorry. No, this is not exciting. I'm trying to find a piece I did recently. Oh, here it is. That's the original piece on. I think this is supposed to be mixed media paper. Doesn't feel as. And then I was able to blow it up and ink it. I was just trying to get rid of ink. So the fan fiction that Rob Norton did, his characterization of He-Man goes through some drastic changes after a fight with Skeletor, and gets just burned up pretty good. So it's kind of a mix of the two. I never got a chance to finish doing this one. But yeah, like this one. Yes, Seb, I got all 6 of them. I was able to get all 6 of them. And the pieces, the pages that were inked by Chuck Gibson, dude. And it's not a dig on Rob, because Rob's artwork really did evolve and got better as the series went along. But there's just when a professional puts his work all over your work, it's awesome. I don't want to try to spoil anything. I think these are still inked. I think that's still inked by Rob. Excuse me. But the inking on that's just on the back cover. How cool is that, though? It's an homage to X-Force number 4, I think. But yeah, nah. I'm hoping to yeah. Oh, I can't show you that. That's the last page. Oops. Yeah, the first 3 was they really are something else. It is rough around the edges. It really is, and that's okay. The story reads. It really is good. He puts in a lot of work. Yeah, yeah. Don't tell Rob. I'm just showing the last page of the finale. The butler did it. All right, let me see if I can find this. Is three. There's a shot in here. Oh no, this is four. And you know what's cool, man? I caught him too late. He was able to get some really cool artists to give him some fan art for these pieces. I'm like, ugh, I missed it. I think his brother did this one. That's so cool. Let me see if I can show you. There's a spot in here where he gives Chuck some props. Yeah, it's this one. Yeah, and he showed this before. This is Chuck Sinks over Rob's work. Like that's it's beautiful work. Anyway, I'm trying to draw like crazy so that he'll be like, hey, let me do that. Let me do one of those for you. Trying to earwig him into inking something. All right, let's get these guys. Uh, but yes, Rick. Yeah, the Queen homage is fantastic. A lot of the homages are fantastic. I've been moving away from splash page or just this type of artwork. Even though this is fun, this is where I enjoy the most. But I've been kind of like yourself, changing gears and going more directly into comic book style, illustrative, and just storytelling in a full panel or even covers, book cover style. So I think that our paths are converging in the during the right time because this is a copy of this Juggernaut drawing I did, but in this another piece I'm going to ink. It's a little dark, but I got the original somewhere around here. But yeah, we'll get together. All right, back to Misty. On the jug, yeah, it was this guy. He was my model. Let's see, what's that? Back leg. You gotta adjust it and the back arm back there. With my homie. I have to soften this. What's up, Omer? We're on the all the cool kids are in the on the horizontal on the horizontal vid if you want to jump over there. Welcome, brother. Welcome over to Kuman. Philip Michael says, I like that you draw characters who don't get a lot of love as they should. Beta, now Misty. Yeah, I like doing obscure characters like that sometimes. See, Omar, I could because you said hello. So yeah, sure, I'll draw a starfish. Oh, he's on the phone. That's right. That's all right. Uh, but yeah, if Philip, to keep expounding on that, it's just because I think they get that love, but it's in the quiet tip. People don't want to admit that, or I think Misty was cool. I think her portrayal in the show was cool. Um, I think her portrayal in the comics is pretty cool. I think she's a little bit too much now, but at least Marvel didn't forget about her like they do so many other characters. A chocolate starfish, yes sir. But I like obscure characters. I might even do post Pete. Oh, watch it. Omar coming. Omar coming. Is that right? He's gonna be a Marvel Rivals. That is hilarious. Post Pot Pete. What's up, Omer? How you doing? Hey, I sent you that package, my friend. It should be there either today or tomorrow. I'm trying to give her like a sliver as if her eyes open a little bit, and it's just not working. So I don't know if I'm gonna keep attempting that. We'll see. You got it, man. Dude, I was just telling when me and Sab was talking about you earlier, after he was dogging, I was saying that you are a workhorse, man. That you was asking yesterday if um if something was funky with YouTube. I wasn't getting your I wasn't getting your notifications. Listen, that thing is not what the heck was it called? A amenity. You're gonna mess me up. Yeah, no, man. You put in some work, man. Do you like streaming late night? Is it just the quiet that you like? Not the quiet in the like quiet atmosphere. All right. So I think I failed in making this look like Pam Grier, but let me see. You said change the top chat to all or to live. Yeah, that's interesting. Something's changing in the yeah, dude. I didn't realize that, and I don't get, I don't get saboteurs until it's too late, and I don't get a notifications from yours, even though I have the bell on. I think I do. Like yesterday, I knew you was gonna jump on, so I was hovering, but I didn't get a notification till late. I can dig it. I can dig it. And maybe I should start. I'm gonna work away from her face because I don't want to overdo it. Even though I still like it, but it's not my favorite. You want to send people stuff? Hey, outfit. Well, outfit's pretty simple. Midriff and a. All right, let's get these. I haven't drawn an afro this big since I did Afro Samurai. I think I did. I think I drew him like 2 years ago. Well, you guys, is it food time already? Ah, oh, there she is. Rick, I appreciate you coming through. Have a good evening, and absolutely, we'll get together on that collaboration. Absolutely, absolutely. You're very welcome. But yeah, I haven't noticed anything weird, um, Omer, until like after you brought it up, I started going, oh yeah, that's right. It is a little funky. This is kind of a stupid ass outfit, but it is what it is. That makes sense. So let me say, there's a new guideline that YouTube is putting in place to try not to have kids watch streams that are not for them. They just implemented this past week. So that, yeah, Well, there goes my demo. there goes there goes my demo. Do you like turtles? Can you draw the child emperor? That was funny. It came out of nowhere. Dude, I was drawing the Black Panther. So I don't know what inspired him from that image to be like, do you like, can you do the. That might be it, brother. If that's the case, man. Yeah, I don't like that. Yeah. And they stand out like a stick like a sore thumb. That, my friend, muchas gracias. That is my attempt at drawing Misty Knight. She has a great name, by the way. You may have seen her in. Oh, she was in Luke Cage, not in Daredevil. She was introduced in the Luke Cage comic. Sorry. In the Luke Cage Netflix TV show. Yeah. She'll be like, you're under arrest. And Homer's like, hell yeah, I am. Say less. Yeah, go ASAP. Go there ASAP. Ah, That circle right there inside is bothering me. Yeah, you're trying to make sure that my show doesn't get watched by kids or women. Does that read as metallic? Yeah, I think so. Doo-doo-doo-doo. It would be. What is yours? Adult? What mine is? What mine is adult. I have to read it with punctuations. What mine is adult. What's that on the road? Ahead? I don't think I caught the angle right, but I think she looks pretty enough. Afro's crooked. I gotta fix the fro. This is one thing that I have to practice more often is talk and draw. But honestly, the old coconut shuts down when I'm drawing. All I'm doing is just looking at shapes, trying to find shapes. Phil, if you are still there, what made you jump into the art stuff at 30? No, that's for Friday. Those are you. That's you on Friday. I can't do that. Mr. Omer. I can't impede on your. I can't infringe on your stuff, man. I gotta check out the way you guys render skin with pen, because I know that if I was to do this in just sharp outline, you end up losing the whole point of the midriff. I gotta see how Sad does it. Her belt. Are you doing any more fan art? You doing that? Continuing that for your on your stream today? Gotta move that. I'm gonna spill it. I don't know if that reads. Ah, that's cool. Cute. Yeah, I was watching the one from a little bit from the one from you did last night with Zealot and Voodoo. That was coming out dope. And then a shine. Sometimes I just have to embrace the comic book stuff, even though I'm using real reference, and go with it. But hopefully YouTube gets all this stuff taken care of, so we can pick up some momentum for 2026. Ay, señor. I'm just laughing at my cat. Sharpen up this lid. That's the one thing about these pencils. They get chewed up. But I have put some work. I've made this pencil. I put this bad boy to work since I've gotten it. Chuck, she is not. She is a lady. You watch what you say about my cat, man. What? How you doing, Chuck? That messed me up. That's funny. She is not in heat. She's deaf. She cannot hear. So she has no volume control. That's all. But I appreciate your concern. I'm doing some drawing Misty Knight. I might do Luke Cage. Why not? Stay in that era. No, she's probably hungry. Or she knows I'm on live. No, she's hungry. She's trying to get somebody's attention upstairs. trying to work on my textures, but I don't know how I would. There's certain things that I draw that I have no idea how I would render them in ink, uh, which is why I think I kind of got into all the painting, because you can really do some crazy effects on the paint. Speaking of, Chuck, use it. Did you do any painting with your new art supplies that came in? Did they come in? I hear you. I hear you, man. You know, it happens, man. I every time I go online to look for something that's not art related, I always take a peek in there and it's like next time. That's cool. Yeah, I was I got a lot of digital books, art books, and I found some really great pieces, Kirby pieces, Buscema pieces, Kubert pieces from his tour run, and I'm gonna print them out. I'm stream snipping, EFAP. I don't know what that means, brother, but I'll take it. Do what you got to do. Do what you got to do, man. EFAPing. Is that stream sniping or stream snipping? That angle. I don't know why I chose that face. I see. I appreciate that, man. I'm not gonna stick around here too long anyway. I'll jump on and say what's up to you. This is before your Wednesday, your Hump Day stream, right? You gotta tell him, don't be a noob, and show him my channel. Don't be like this noob. Yeah, Chuck's art kung fu is strong, man. Your ears must have been ringing, Chuck. We was actually talking about some of your inking on Master's End, the Rob's book. Rev Self Destruct. Hello there. Welcome. Just hanging out. What time is it? 5 o'clock? I gotta start getting dinner ready. All right, let me see if I can do something here. Bam. I keep putting my hand over the piece. See, you guys can see it. Do I have it here? Yeah. Is Philip? You saying that the blue pencil, my favorite so far, it has been um, something that I've tried in the past and didn't work. I've seen Rob Norton's success with it. I've seen other artists' success with it, but I gave it another shot after watching some of the stuff he's done, and it has worked really well with this Bristol paper. It could just be the paper, the smoothness of the paper, and the way and how smooth and soft this kind of lead is. And I'm very sketchy. I go over a lot of my lines, so it does help me. Um, whew, it's been a while since I've. I think the last thing I even threw pencils on was my Battle Beast, my Battle Beast drawing. Yeah, I'll show you too. And it was because I started to lose the lines in the blue. But now that I'm looking at it, I think I kind of like made it worse for my eyes. So, but yeah, so far the blue pencil has been really good to me. And they've sharpened it a lot. I usually go, these are usually my go tos HB and then to HB, 2B, and then 4B lead. And these, my little stickies. I'm missing one. I am missing one. How can I lose a pencil if I use them all the time? Well, I got another one around here somewhere. But the blue has been really comfortable to use, and I've been able to just kind of like go nuts with it recently. So I think until I pull out a stinker of a drawing, I'll stick with it. It's gonna be one of those, like a baseball player and feeling what's the word? Superstitious. I didn't give him enough body hair. I'm gonna have to go back. Doo-doo. And the beta. Plus, I smudge when I draw, and this doesn't change that style for me. Still able to smear and smudge. It doesn't erase as sharp as it would with if it was regular graphite. Mm, but it's been pretty good lately. The only thing is that I don't know how it would work over the paints. Yeah, I appreciate that. Yeah, so the paper does make a big difference. Um, I like textured paper, so it did really well on when I did Black Panther because that paper was smooth. It's vellum, it's Bristol board, but it's vellum. But the one thing that I know when I draw with pencil, I can, ow, I can, I can paint over those pencils. I don't know how this would react if I tried it the same way by spraying fixative over it and then gesso and then drawing it, but That might have to be something I should try out. Oh yeah, that jazz got a little sexy. All right. This hand looks weird, but it's because it's supposed to be sticking up. My knuckles is here. When I was using the regular pencil, the paper at first really didn't matter. You kind of just adapt to it. And if I was going to paint it, it definitely didn't matter because I would spray it with fixative and gesso, like I did with the Black Panther. If any of that makes sense, brother. And I guess there should be a glint here, maybe on the knuckle, maybe. Philip, I'm gonna have to do some spawn drawing for me to get accustomed to the capes. Yeah, I haven't done a spawn in a while, and always whenever I'm gonna hide my deficiencies with art or a subject, I will just tighten up the camera on the image, right? If it's a shape, if it's something that I can't do, I'll probably just skip it or hide it. So the only spawn drawing and painting I ever did was just his face. If I've seen McFarlane, he put glint everywhere for metal. Yeah. You know, his Iron Man doesn't come to mind. I'm gonna have to check it out. But yeah, McFarlane gives great cape. If you want super duper stylistic cape, you go to McFarlane for it. That doesn't look right. That looks a little better. It's weird how just one line can change something. But yeah, like I said, next time I jump on, I'll bring out the McFarlane Spider-Man Artist Edition, so you can see how uncomfortably ginormous the book is. I will have to move my camera all the way up because it probably won't fit. Because it'll fit an 11 by 17 page, but I think they gave it 2 or 3 inches on the borders. Oh, absolutely. That it's good for someone even at awesome levels to challenge yourself and do new things. Yeah, you have to. You have to. I feel you have to. And keep challenging yourself. Like, I love books, but because I can't draw a cape, I'm never gonna draw. My Superman is gonna be capeless with just his face all the time. Can't do that. This thing is tearing up the paper. It's chewing it up. His cape got ripped up by crypto. Yep. I had harsh criticism of that movie after seeing it. I have yet to see it again, but I don't think it's going to change my opinion on it. And it got nothing to do with Snyder. It's just storytelling wise, I just did not feel it. I think tighten up that arm, tighten up the hand. How long have I been on this thing? Yeah. And I think they were trying to push for nostalgic pulls, and they didn't earn it, in my opinion. If you're not, I'll stay here and just start trashing. But if you're not going to, if it has nothing to do with the Christopher Reeves, it has nothing to do with the other stuff. Why are you trying to gain favor from those fans by putting John Williams' score? That's just my opinion. But like, I'll try watching again. Some highlights there, and I think I might be done for the day. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me today. do some shading on the clothes here first, and then we can call it. I hope so, bro. I hope so. Thank you for swinging through. Appreciate you always. Like I said before, if there's any question or that you have or something you see that I'm doing, you go, I don't know why you're doing it that way, or what's the reason behind that? What's the madness? Throw it out. And I'll try to answer your question as best as I can, brother. Boop, boop, boop. And there she is, Misty Knight. Not too shabby. And I'll show you again the references that I used. Set them up. Yeah, I'm going to do the same. Not that one, this one. Yeah, that's the pose. Just using the upper body. That's the suit. And although I failed at the look, that was the vibe. That's the sauce I was looking for. But man, thank you so much. Thank you, everybody. Which one? The first one, the body, is on Pinterest. And if you're on Pinterest, you can find me there on the Melo Marrero. But that, if you just put action poses, it might come up. I've seen that pose by several other different posters. But yeah, this one in particular is Emily Young Chapman. But if you do action poses, you'll find it. I wish they would have given credit to the artist there, but that is the suit and the lovely Pam Grier. I might give her those earrings. But anyway, you guys have a fantastic evening. Thank you for hanging out. Guts. That's a dynamic duo and a half. Guts and Misty Knight. God bless you guys. Have a good night.